Hi there, Raj. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you very much for having me on your show. Appreciate it.
I guess I first wanted to start out by asking how you've been lately, how you've been adjusting over this past month staying at home.
Sure. No, I mean, I think for everyone, it's a very difficult adjustment to make. One has never ever experienced such a situation with all the news and guidelines and situations that one hears about. It's scary. It's a lot of anxiety, a lot of nervousness, but at the same time, trying to stay positive, having an outlook that says we will get through this together, and constantly reminding oneself of all the hygiene and taking care of what you need to do to avoid being infected, and so make do with what you have in the home and remain kind of active and engaged, and not kind of think too much about it, and just one day at a time.
Now, I reached out to you because I know that you run the India Community Center. And I know I've been there a few times before. I think a couple times just passing through and having a look at the place. I've also been there for a couple of events, and it's such a vibrant community. It's so alive. It's so full of life. I know that it's beloved by many. It's a place many turn to for connections, for friendship, for culture, for expansion, for education, for fitness also. So I was curious, which is why I reached out to you, what it was like to, take such a vibrant community like this and to transition it from being in person, all these gatherings, to suddenly everybody's apart and at home. How has that been?
Yeah, no, very, very challenging indeed, as none of us have been through this before. And as you quite rightly pointed out, India Community Center operating out of 12 different locations, two in Milpitas, and then we go all the way from Sacramento to Palo Alto, San Jose, and so on. I mean, shutting them all down overnight, seeing our, almost $300,000 a month revenue go to zero, and basically completely closing the facilities and talking to every staff member first to make sure they're safe, make sure they're financially okay to support themselves. As clearly being a not-for-profit organization, we cannot keep everybody on payroll, so we all furloughed ourselves whilst remaining engaged as volunteers. And then second, to really ensure our community that we support is safe. Over a year, we probably touch about 40, 50,000 people in a variety of programs. And as you rightly pointed out, most of these programs are large gatherings. And that is the first thing that you just cannot do. And so whether it's kids programs or fitness or weddings and receptions and concerts, and a lot of senior programs. We support about 600 seniors in person at the centers, including lunch, which is supported by the Santa Clara County, and had to close all that down. And so we reached out to the community, make sure they're safe, make sure they understand the reason why we have to do what we have to do. I reached out to the board to inform them that this is what we need to do. And within a week from basically going through the shutdown, we said, you know what, we just cannot sit back and wait as if the place is going to reopen tomorrow, because that's not going to be the case. So we immediately launched the Zoom-based video virtual programs, and actually learned a lot of lessons, that a lot of what we do can be delivered online using the virtual video. So our seniors are extremely happy, singing, dancing, doing fitness routines every day from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And hundreds of people are joining. The advantage of this technology that we've learned is there are no borders. You don't have to come to any location. You can sign in from any parts of the Bay Area, or in fact around the world, and be part of this discussion and kind of forum where everybody enjoys the networking, the social engagement, whilst being at home, you know. And the second thing we learned also, that you can engage people with expertise from anywhere in the world, anywhere in the Bay Area, anywhere in the United States. You don't have to be physically present to be able to share your thoughts and provide your form of yoga teaching or dancing or meditation or fitness related activity and what have you. So that is, we're doing about 30 video sessions a week. And it involves kids too. We have public speaking, we have quiz programs, we have some help with their schoolwork. So we have teachers online and helping the kids get through this phase, because that is the most difficult part for the kids to understand why we are in this lockdown, being able to go out and play, not being able to invite their friends. It is really, really challenging for the kids. You know, adults can understand, can see the news and see the impact that would have if they don't follow the guidelines. But kids, it is, I really, really commend all the parents who are managing with their kids in this situation, which has really gone on for a long time and will remain so for many more weeks to come. That the social distancing and wearing a mask, or washing hands regularly, not touching anything, not being in public gatherings, is all going to be with us for a while, until some kind of vaccination is available, which is at least 12 months away. So I think at ICC we've done extremely well. And just one more point to add, having 600 senior members around the Bay Area who got used to the ICC facilities, used to getting together, used to being part of a lot of programs, but also then getting a nice nutrition lunch, vegetarian, with the only vegetarian kind of kitchen that serves the seniors only, every day of the week. So we said, how do we do that? Well, initially we worked with the same caterer and said, I know you're close, but would you be able to help put together a package meal that some seniors who are able to get in a car and pick up can do so without waiting, without standing in a line? And they said, absolutely. So for 1 week, we launched the package meal that people could pick up. We found about 30 seniors were able to do that. And that is a small number compared to the community that we serve. And that's seniors of any origin, any background, any race. As long as you're 60 plus, ICC gives you a free meal. No charge, no donations, no membership required. Then a group of volunteers came over and said, hey, we can help deliver. And so now we're delivering 150 lunches a day.
What?
Yeah, totally free, all the way from Fremont to San Jose to Cupertino.
Oh my
And
gosh.
people are so happy. There's about 16 volunteers who have a roster. At 12 o'clock, they're at the caterer, they're picking up the packages. By 1 o'clock, everybody has received their delivery. And our
Wow.
seniors that are receiving these meals are sending us such amazing, messages of, gratitude. And, these are the people who cannot leave home. And sometimes, even if you're in a joint family situation with your kids and grandkids, their meal preferences may be different. Seniors are very important to have the nutrition, the right calorie counts and all that. So we have this really, really in sync with the Santa Clara County Health Department. And so people really have gotten used to this meal that we've been providing. So now 150 meals a day, about 100
Whoa.
being delivered and about 30 or 40 being picked up. So that's a great addition we've been able to do. And I think we won't be able to get our seniors together in a physical place for probably months to come, because they're the most vulnerable. Not only they are older, as we know from all the news, this is the community that has a tough time if they get infected dealing with the situation. And so getting together in a public forum with large audience, and many of them have pre-existing conditions. So you just don't want to have them exposed. But right now, they're very happy with singing and dancing and doing fitness routines and then receiving the lunch.
Oh my gosh, that is incredible. I can't believe that. Wait, can
Yeah,
I ask you, are you saying 150 meals a day, meaning this is going on Monday through Friday?
correct. Yes.
Wow, that is amazing what you've been able to pull together in
Right.
such a short period of time.
Yeah, I think by this week it will hit 200 as more and more volunteers are coming forward. The challenge has been, making sure we don't overload the volunteers, and the meal must be delivered within a short time from having picked up at the restaurant.
Oh,
It's
I
fresh,
see.
it's cooked in the morning, and it's put together, by 12 o'clock, and between 12 and 1, all deliveries are made.
And so your regular program with seniors, when it was
Mhm.
in person, is
Yeah.
there's this a whole senior program where they come for activities every
Yeah,
day?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Singing,
even realize that.
dancing, meditation, discussion forums.
Oh, wow.
And it's amazing. Sometimes I log in and it's interesting how much more, kind of relaxed they seem to be. And I think another technology kind of advantage is, you're not in this large group. You are not going to
Mm.
embarrass yourself if you really can't sing that well. But they sing, and they basically say, hey, I'm in my own place. I don't have to dress up,
Right.
and I feel comfortable. And I don't see the reaction of the people to who are listening to my singing or dancing, or you
Wait,
know
and the other difference is too, right, is that now these groups are combined, right, across your different centers. So
yes,
it's not just,
absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
oh, you're cutting out for a bit. Okay, there you are.
All combined. Yeah, yeah. Well, we kept part of Cupertino together because they know each kind of thing, and we Milpitas, Fremont, San Jose, kind of as another Zoom account, because there's familiarity. They know each other. They've been
Ah, I
together for a
see.
long time.
I
Yeah.
see.
So yeah, the seniors are clearly more comfortable being in the group setting that they're familiar with. But you're right, I mean, you could easily, for the fitness, it's anybody and everybody.
Mm.
For the kids program, it's all the kids that fit into that kind of age group. you
And
know
how many kids programs do you have now running throughout the week?
so we have about I think 12 programs a week.
12.
Yeah,
What is this
yeah.
like 12 different
age
subjects
groups
or?
age groups and subjects.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
you got
okay.
preschool and you got after school. So you got the 4 5-year-olds, and then you've got the 5-year-olds to 12-year-olds.
Oh my gosh. And
Yeah.
how many teachers are running these?
So we have about 6 teachers. Again, they're all volunteering because they're all furloughed,
Wow.
but they're all volunteering because they want to remain engaged with the kids. And they do it from their home because it's on the Zoom technology platform. And yeah, I mean, it's fantastic. Mansi, my youth programs director who runs the program, is just overwhelmed with the, one thing is, when you're doing this video Zoom calls, both for seniors and for kids, not necessarily familiar with the technology, and also, sometimes they might get distracted. You can't discipline them as you would in a classroom setting.
Right.
So you have to be patient. You have to allow for that. The kids may not necessarily be have the focus for as long as an hour, which is most of the classes are about an hour long. And then you're in a home setting, so your other sibling may disturb you, or your dog or cat may come over, and
Right.
so yeah,
That
yeah.
is true. And so and what about your fitness classes? Are those also some of those online?
Very, very. We're doing about 20, I think 22 fitness classes a
What?
week, engaging at least about 12 different instructors in 12 different forms of dance and fitness. and very, very popular. I mean, if you see the Facebook postings and videos that are posted. See, another thing, right? I've been now running ICC for nearly 4 years. And in
Okay.
all that time, I've not gone in to do the yoga or the Bombay Jam or the Zumba or the salsa. But on video, I can switch my video off and do it because I'm not embarrassing myself or anybody
Right.
else. Nobody can see me. I can do it
It's
just
true.
the way, I can manage.
So now you're trying all the classes?
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
that's great.
Right,
Oh, I
right,
love
right, right.
it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So,
That's amazing.
right.
So I'm sure, I mean, everyone is just discovering new things about
Absolutely. Yeah.
themselves
And I
doing
think,
all this.
yeah. And I think even after we reopen, we'll probably continue with some aspect of, these classes and courses and using the technology um, and being able to engage people from anywhere.
So can I ask you, how
Sure.
many volunteers would you say across all of these categories? I mean, with your teachers that are engaging with
Right.
students, the
Right.
ones that are facilitating with seniors, also the ones
Right.
who are running the fitness classes, how many are there?
So I think we probably add up to close to 60 volunteers in total.
60?
Instructors, 60. Instructors,
Wow.
teachers, delivery people that are doing the meals. These are all professional people, working in Silicon Valley, but now have the time to help us
I mean, I just want to
during
say
this time. And yeah,
the fact that you have 60 individuals who are all maintaining this and keeping this running week to week. I mean, it's not just a couple classes. These are dozens of different classes, all of these different, the
every
fact
day.
that that is happening says a lot
Right.
about the kind of community that you guys have created,
Right.
just the importance, the value of what you're doing, of what each and every
Right.
single one of you are doing. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, no, we're really, really blessed to have such
Yes.
people. And the other thing is, because of who we are as a community center, one area that is very significant for us in Milpitas, we have a 20,000 square feet building, aside from the 40,000 square feet where you probably come to the banquet main hall
Mhm.
and a main facility. So we have another one on Milpitas Boulevard, which is 20,000, where it's table tennis. And we're the largest table tennis center in the United States, 28 tables. We have, I think, 3 out of the 4 candidates going to the Olympics selected from ICC.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things about the table tennis activity is that we have at least 15 people who are on employment visa, mostly from China. And, they can work because we can't open the facility. They can't claim unemployment because they are on employment visa. They're paying taxes and everything. They're legal. They all have, employment visas. So they have to pay the rent. They have to buy their groceries. They have to live. So we had to really get some of our community members, those who are benefiting from our center, from table tennis, to help donate and help so that we can help these coaches. So almost $30,000 has come in these last few weeks.
Wow.
So we'll be 100% giving all that money to the coaches to help them, live and support themselves because no fault of anyone, no fault of theirs, they're stuck here. They can't go back home, and they can work, and we can pay them as we have no income coming around. So we've had to help those people.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to share before we go?
So, 16 years, Rhoda, since we were founded, very blessed to have a community that's very supportive. It's all local effort. It's all local engagement. It's a very open organization. You can be of any origin, any race, any language. You're welcome at India Community Center. We are very happy to be in Milpitas. The county and the city are very, very supportive of ICC. As well as the police and the fire and all the people. and we are doing our part. And for all the people that we are engaged on our video calls and on emails, so far, thank goodness for all the discipline that they've been exercising, nobody has been infected and nobody has been hospitalized. So that's the good news, and we hope that we can keep it that way until it's safe to come out and celebrate and be together again. So thank you for having me on your show, and I will send you my profile.
Thank you so much for being here, Raj. It was so great to hear from you and to hear about all of the amazing things that you guys are doing with and for the community. You
And
truly are
final,
like a jewel in our
yeah,
community. So
one more point to add, all this funding that is being talked about by the federal government, being a not-for-profit organization clearly qualified, we applied with the Bank of America, which is our banker, but money's run out, and we are in the pipeline. We've not seen any grant or support come to us yet. Maybe if it does, then we'll be able to help our staff who have been furloughed to be able to, get some, get back on payroll. But for now, we have not received any funding.
oh, and I think I also wanted to mention, I think you also have a link too. Is it like a GoFundMe campaign?
Correct. We
Would
have,
you be
yes.
able to share that with me so I can also put that out in
Sure.
my article? That would be
Absolutely.
great.
I'll do that.
Okay. Thank
All
you
right,
so much,
Vanda.
Raj.
Thank you. You take care. Be well.
You too.
All right. See you.